right, what's up, YouTube?
What's going on? We just wanted to come on here to talk about something that's very super important, which is, I thought you were going to tell them.
Yeah, see, I don't even know what Roman's talking about. This is the thing, people around here would say things like, hey, Roman, what is it exactly that you do here?
Yeah, they do say that. Yeah.
We wonder. So what are we here to talk about today? The fact that you're going to beat me up for not writing a newsletter? Or?
Yeah, I mean, look, you brought it up. I wasn't even going to mention it.
Okay.
But as you all know, or should know, side note, if you don't know about the Ava Health newsletter that goes out every week, like, what are you doing? Where have you been? Okay? It's, some might say, the best newsletter ever.
It's pretty bold.
I said some might say that. I didn't say everyone would say that.
Got it.
Like we would say that.
Okay.
If you don't know, go check it out. Go subscribe to the newsletter. But it goes out every week until this week.
Yeah, it's not always easy to step out of everything going on and focus and come up with that creative space. And I think that it's one of the first times I said, look, I literally don't have it in me right now. We're here in Grand Junction at Ava Health, and we're 7 weeks into being open. And you got to show up for people, and you got to show up for clients, and you got to show up for culture and all these things. And my head was just not in the game to write something. So we're going to start some new stuff coming this week, and 2 newsletters coming out from our COO, CFO, chief of staff, me. Not you, but maybe one day.
Yeah, well, writing's not my strong suit.
Still figuring out what your skills truly are, but...
Content creation, though. I mean, I could do that. I know how to do that.
Okay.
I do that.
A lot of people are watching this right now.
Shout out to all those watching this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one person. There you go.
You don't have to say that.
What do you mean?
What's understood don't have to be understanded. Or however that goes.
We promise you this is...
that was close.
We promise you this this is really not what goes on all the time at Ava Health. But look, it's not always easy to be in that space. I try to put out content every week that is like the real and the raw of what it's like to be behind the scenes, building this crazy big vision we have at Ava Health and serving this community. And hey, what's up? How are you? Doing well. Stoked that you're here. That creative part of my brain is not always on. So, get to refocus a little bit on putting out this next newsletter, which is going to be all about how we're seeing the data and what the data is telling us, and really how we're bringing this vision to life. So that's the reality of this thing.
Yeah, and it'll be fun for the whole family.
Yeah, I mean, look, if your family's interested in how healthcare policy is impacting the life of a CFO and these things, I mean, look, Roman and I spend a lot of time trying to build content that's engaging and wants to bring people in and get to know us so that, if they want to work here and, everything else. Yeah, I know people were coming, but then they weren't coming. So you're absolutely right with the never mind there. Yo, what's up? Stoked that you're here.
Yo, what is up? You tell me. What is up?
Roman and I just ended the day here musing.
Yeah.
And,
musing.
Yeah. Last night.
Is that what we were doing?
17. I wasn't going to go there, but 17 steaks. It's fascinating when you ask folks what they want to eat around here, and always the answer is steak, So I don't know.
Red meat, man. Red meat is a the best meat.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said it. What do you guys do?
Not sure.
We run a behavioral health care facility out here in Grand Junction, and what we're doing more than anything is trying to bring care back to healthcare. So I talk a little bit about that, which is like, what is your? I'm gonna say, I mean, for me, I am a ribeye guy.
Are you?
I don't know about you. Ribeye. I need the fat on there. That's the deal.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of eyes, in general.
Oh,
So I like the steak that's like that. You know what I'm talking about?
oh, like a filet mignon or something?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
you got to step up your game
Wrapped
for.
in the bacon too. You get the little bacon wrapped around the edge.
All right.
That's a good steak right there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have. Short rib. I can get down with.
Or long rib.
Like, I mean, I do like the ribs as well.
Yeah.
But look, I don't know. Pop on here once in a while, go live. It is the end of the day here in Colorado, and it's been a hell of a day. We have the beautiful opportunity to serve a whole lot of people that are struggling with mental health and substance, and
Yeah.
and serve one another and our community and our employees and everything else. So,
And did a podcast episode today. Recorded a podcast. Dope. Local barber. Amazing story. Sits down with people on a regular basis. He was telling me, he was like, look, yeah, man, so many people come through the barbershop and sit in that chair. And once I put the comb in their hair, it's like this soothing, like, it soothes people and it calms them. So like their guards go down and then they just feel like compelled to share stuff that they normally would never share with like a complete stranger. But in that environment and in that setting, it creates like this perfect place for people to like open up, and some of the stories that
so
he talked about
when
today.
does that pod drop?
Man, I think we're sitting on currently like 2 podcasts ready. So probably 3 or 4 weeks, probably a month, to be honest. That podcast will come out in a month. Podcast dropped today, actually. Inside Ava Health.
Yeah, that was me and our COO talking about the experience of our first 30 days being open.
Yeah.
There was a lot of reflections. I mean, you come out to a rural community, and even though we've spent a couple of years out here building relationships and embedding into the community and all of that, there's still a lot of hiccups that come with starting a company and trying to serve. And when you're dealing with Medicaid and trying to serve a lot of the folks that have, in many ways been thrown away by the system, the system doesn't always cooperate, So
Yeah.
it wasn't just that, but like, how do you work with staff members and like the stuff that comes up when systems break and everything else. So, Inside Ava Health for us is more like, look, if you're interested in the business side of what we do, that's a great place to go. But really, like, what we try to do here, as well as with Broken-ish, is really just be real as like the humans behind healthcare. And I think like that's one of the biggest like things that we're really trying to bring to the world is that, you can actually know the people that are responsible for your care. You can actually get to know the people that are accountable and responsible for, what's going on, especially when you are trying to trust somebody that's going to help with mental health and help a loved one and whatever it is. So that's a lot of why we come on here, is so people can try to get to know us and we can have the opportunity to engage with folks, in real time that we may never be able to have the chance to sit down with individually. So
No doubt. Just trying to make some content that's compelling and engaging. Got a new video that'll be dropping tomorrow called Addict Reacts.
Addict Reacts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Susan's still hanging here doing the thing. Look at that.
Look at that.
You're making Roman very happy.
Thank
He
you so
talks
much.
about being great at content.
That's true. I do.
And yet we're not seeing a whole lot of other people hanging out. So Susan, shout out. This is it's great to be hanging out with you.
Appreciate you. How much do I owe you for sticking here? You know, I don't claim to be great at content, by the way. I just am. You know? So.
I don't know what to do with you.
Yeah, me neither.
Really?
Me neither. Well, that's about time, huh?
Well,
It's about time to call that.
Susan, it's been
No.
good to hang out. Anyways,
Yeah.
find
Appreciate
us at Hello Ava Health on all social platforms. And look, we'll be seeing you.
Maybe hit the subscribe button.
Ooh.
It's somewhere here if you want to stay up to date on all things Ava related.
And just real about what's going on
Yeah.
out here. You're
Yeah.
a community engagement architect.
Damn right.
What's real on the streets right now out here in Western Colorado and beyond.
And he's the CEO, so you know, just doing important things out here.
Yeah, CEO life. That's exactly right.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
I don't know what that says, but thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's been fun. It's been a pleasure.
Peace. We'll see y'all next time.
Later, Gator.